And looks like we got ourselves another game. The Chromie ban coming in. Gazgo ban coming in. That's interesting that Granit Gaming actually banned Gazgo even though they picked first. So they had Gazgo the previous game and it did not work out for them. They just banned themselves out so that they're not tempted to pick Gazgo. That is actually hilarious. And the Breadwing ban coming in. Medivh is a super annoying hero. Thank you for banning that out. Honestly, unstoppable every 7 seconds. I mean, I know it's a 9 second cooldown, but it lasts a second and a half. Strictly speaking, every 7 seconds. Nasty ability. Stupid hero. Very good at higher levels where you can coordinate with your teammates. Not that good in solo queue when you can't, but still annoying. So first pick from Orange Team, probably not a Deathwing. They probably shouldn't pick Deathwing again. They don't know how to use that hero. D.Va actually got left up, which Anvolskaya, not actually that good. I think Joanna is actually better than D.Va here. Junkrat coming in again. Honestly, a Junkrat ban would have been a lot better than a Gazgo ban, especially on a map like this. Junkrat has a lot of point control and he can long range snipe you. Doesn't have mana. And again, Red team must have banned out Gazgo because they were planning on first picking D.Va. Not the Tracer coming in, who's gotten a buff recently. Not the Anduin. Honestly, picking Anduin is an admission that your teammates don't know how to position. So I think this game's already lost. I honestly think Orange team has already lost this game because Anduin is an admission that your teammates don't know how to position well. Good news is they have a Tracer and a D.Va who can't get punished as easily for mispositioning. But if you pick a Garrosh on the blue team, you can actually punish the Tracer pretty well as long as you're paying attention. But they already got Joanna, so you're not going to see a Garrosh here. Still, you can also punish Tracer by just blinding her. It's a little bit bold to pick the Tracer coming into a Joanna. This Tracer must think she's God tier, and based on the way Blue Team is playing, I think this will end up being a mistake. I don't agree with this. Even the D.Va. Like, Joanna kind of hard counters both Tracer and D.Va. I know I talk in solo queue, hard counters aren't that important. At the highest level of gameplay, it is. So, if this Joanna is on point, she already counters 2 heroes on the enemy team. And meanwhile, the enemy team has no counters for the heroes on the left side. Got a second tank coming in. I don't agree with that because Tychus is up. Tychus is up. And honestly, even though you have the blinds coming in, Blaze and Joanna probably aren't going to be next to each other that often. So it is tempting to take Tychus here, but honestly, a Kel'Thuzad or something of that nature is probably better. Just so that you have some way of getting in on Junkrat. Even a Mephisto might be nice here. There is no magic resistance on the left side. Sukov can give you anti-armor against something like a Tychus, so I wouldn't agree with that. And a Jaina, that's probably better than Mephisto or Kel'Thuzad, honestly. Jaina is really good on this map, as long as you build it right. Let's see what type of build she takes. Something tells me Jaina's not going to build correctly. You should take the Q Sniper Reno talent build. And if you don't, this map is actually kind of hard because there's so many threats on the left sides where if you misposition even a little bit, Anduin's not going to save you 5 times over. You know what I mean? There's so much CC on the left side. Anduin can't save you from all that. So Jaina's probably going to die a lot this game, I would guess. Just because people do not normally take the sniper talent, and you should against a team comp like this. If you do, I think Orange team is favored. If they understand their heroes, I think Orange team might be favored here. If they don't, then it could be another easy victory coming in from Blue team. They're going hard on point control. So here's what you can do on Orange team. You can give the first Punisher here, because it's really hard to deal with tanks early game. And then once Jaina is scaled a bit, because damage outscales tanks and healing, that actually puts you in a position to win basically every single Punisher beyond that. So pre-level 4, Blue team has the advantage, and they should pressure the map really hard. They should do invades, they should take turrets. They should focus as many invades as possible because they have the early game advantage. They got a lot of CC coming in. Got the Pepper coming in from Raynor. Basically, Raynor is most of Blue team's damage. Junkrat's gonna have a hard time dealing damage to any important targets. Like Tracer and Jaina probably will never get hit by Junkrat if they're any level of good at positioning, which means it's mostly on Raynor actually to carry his game. And again, if the Jaina's good, okay, the Jaina took the good talent, which means Orange team is actually favored. I would say orange team is favored in this game if they just don't feed early game. That's really all they have to do. Tracer already taking free damage because that's what tracers like to do. Got the root, the trap coming in. Hopefully no one's stupid enough to step on that. In the meantime, this tracer positioning is just not good. I'm not impressed by this at all right now. Got the boop coming in, got the silence coming in, and the Jaina is wasting her blizzard. You should use your first blizzard on the minion wave 100% of the time. You're not getting a kill there. There's no chance. Which means you could have cleared this lane out and cleared top lane out in the time that took your opponents to clear mid lane out. Instead, they're all rotating at the same time. Jaina is now using the blizzard on the wave, as you should. Before level 4, you're very mana hungry. You don't want to waste abilities on enemy heroes. And she didn't take a mana talent at level 1. So you cannot be using abilities on enemy heroes as Jaina right now. We got Blaze defending bot lane. D.Va and Blaze are going at it bot lane. Nothing's going to happen there. And they're both taking their Merc camps early game. Again, blue team should have invaded right now. They have the advantage. And they're going to lose it the longer the game goes on. But at the same time, if this Junkrat is good, and he was playing pretty well last game. I didn't see him make any mistakes last game. Then blue team might be able to win a late game fight with a spicy Junkrat flip into a root or some shit. We'll see. I'm not sure how good this guy is. I haven't seen him play beyond the previous game. Meanwhile, Jaina is very slow on these rotations. She should be double soaking out of her mind right now. She's not. And so there's nothing happening on the map, even though both teams could have taken their camps up here. They could have taken this a long time ago. Jaina is going to have to hold off on this mini wave, and she did get her mana talent, which gives you spell power now. So this is actually really good. But if they're not going to fight this, you gotta just take your camp. You gotta clear minion lanes out. If you're not going to take this fight, why are you here? There's no reason to be here. You're wasting your time. You could have pushed. You could have taken an entire wall down on a fort somewhere, actually, if you're not going to take that fight. In the meantime, they're going for a gank on nobody because everybody on the enemy team is showing on the map, and therefore there's zero chance they're going to get this kill. You do not have the damage for Blaze. ETC might actually go down if the enemy team happened to have respawned a little bit quicker. Needed a bit of a silence coming in from the Stukov, but they probably didn't expect that ETC would dive towers for no reason. So that was actually a trade in blue team's favor. They won, what was that, 2v3, 3v4, whatever that was. Which in turn puts blue team ahead because they've been soaking top lane during all this happening. So orange team is moving around the map, but they're not doing anything. They're not doing anything important. They're just reacting to blue team rather than being proactive. It's the same issue as the previous game. It's the same thing you see in solo queue. If you react to the enemy team, you just lose. Okay, Jaina figured out how her hero works. That's good for them. That's good for orange team. Love to see it. And she's going stack city now, baby. So this Rainer is not positioning that well. He just stood still to just take all that. I know he got rooted, but before that, he could have dodged all those. The side steps are not coming in. I'm watching this Rainer move right now. This Rainer just moves so poorly. Which means blue team actually getting punished right now. Blue team is actually getting punished right now. And this is what needs to happen in the previous game. You have the 5v3. You take it. Even if your level's down, you take the 5v3. Okay, you gotta punish that. You gotta punish the enemy team splitting. And the thing is, blue team doesn't have a Brightwing this game, so they can't get that ahead of XP. And their XP advantage just got negated because they just fed. And if you know your teammates are in other lanes and are not going to show up, just give up the objective. Same thing with orange team right now. You know your teammates are in other lanes. You know your Jaina's top lane. You know you don't have most of your damage. Just give the objective. You're taking free damage. Doesn't make sense, man. You can just reset. Plus, nobody ever gets the objective on the first one. You always get to 99%, and then the enemy team wipes you because you don't have mana. So just give it. There's no reason to fight it. They're just now taking their turret camp again. Neither team has used a turret. They're both coming in with these turret camps. Orange team gets a little bit faster, which means they can push this down faster. But blue team still has that healing totem, which I expect will not even get used this fight because people usually forget to put it down. Raynor positioning quite poorly, but actually ends up accidentally... Ooh, that was a spicy bomb coming in. And the silence coming in on D.Va, that's the pull. So, Raynor actually accidentally almost baited Tracer, and just because Tracer is going in head first into the entire enemy team, that's not how you play Tracer, baby. But you see this Junkrat over here, exposed? Tracer should be right here, on the enemy side, otherwise you don't win this. If Tracer's just wailing on Blaze or whoever the fuck, you don't win this game, baby. So again, Orange Team just not being proactive. They don't understand their heroes, man. They just do not understand their heroes, and they're afraid to die. But it's like either, yeah, just dive towers, just kills guys by himself, punish that. There you go. So now you need Jaina clearing this out. In the meantime, you should have rotated bot lane instantly to kill this Blaze and then take a tower down. Instead, they're going to lose entire wall up top lane. They're not even going to get these kills on the backside. So either you send Jaina to take out a wall, or you just kill this dude. They're not doing either. Jaina could be going Stack City right now, but she's not. Okay, let's see if they take the spicy fight. Raynor is actually not here yet, so if they can kill this quickly, they can actually get 2 kills here. If they get this down, they're not going to be able to. That's a little bit sad on their part. That was a good fight for them to take. They just hit level 10 as well. They could have just wiped everybody up top lane. Didn't want the fight. Kind of disagree with that. I would have taken that. But again, I'm a bit more aggressive than most players. Tracer, again, coming in from the front side. You don't want to do this. It's so worthless. Everybody using all their abilities on the Joanna shield. They're not going to kill the Joanna. Like, you never get that kill. The Jaina gets blown up by the Blaze. But the Joanna gets the kill. Actually, ends up dying there. And like I said, people don't use this. Like, people never use this until they're about to die. You use that to prevent yourself from dying, baby. But people just don't know. They don't know what the ability does. I didn't actually see how Joanna died. She must have died to the mech, right? I assume she'd get out of that, but I was watching the spicy Jaina get blown up. That was actually a nasty amount of damage. He must have, yeah. Okay, Blaze has the double flame stream where you hit both flame streams on a single player and you do massive amount of damage. That's why Jaina got blown up, even though Blaze was underneath towers here. And like I said, early game, you got double tank. You can just push stuff in. You can take any fight you want because you have the advantage. And meanwhile, Jaina's trying really hard to die. I'm not sure why. Okay. Bye-bye. Okay, now the Tracer wants to die as well. The Jaina gets ulted by the Joanna. Is she going to be able to get away on 100 HP? They actually got a kill on 1, 2, 3 people. Wow, that is nasty. That is a nasty amount of kills coming in from blue team. And again, you're basically unkillable on blue team right now. And so just force these fights. Blue team is very, very smart about this. They should just keep going. Just dive towers. Who cares? Yeah, there you go. And this is a mistake right now. You don't want this turret. You have your entire team up. You have a healing totem. You could just take bot fort right now if you wanted. If he tries to stop you, if anyone tries to stop you, you just kill him. So they could have taken a fort. Instead, they're going to take every single merc camp on the map, which will instead just be cleared out instantly by the enemy team and do absolutely nothing. You see this a lot in solo queue. We're seeing it in this game. The quality of games has really dropped over the years. And this is the highest level of gameplay now. Everybody's just doing a merc camp. All right, cool. But blue team knows that they have the advantage for the next fight, and they're doing the same game plan as the previous game. It's not wrong to do what they're doing, okay? Make no mistake. If you are in a competitive 5-man, if you have a coordinated team, doing what blue team is doing is not the wrong play. It's just that you can win faster if you're a little bit more aggressive, is all I'm saying. They're going in for this gank on the Blaze. You're not going to get this ever. That is a spicy ultimate coming in on the Blaze. Has to waste in order to get out, but they used an ultimate on the Jaina to try to deal with the Blaze. That's actually a mistake. Jaina ultimate is better than Blaze ultimate. Jaina ultimate can pop off squishies. And meanwhile, blue team's just pushing top lane. That's what I always say in my solo queue games. You see me getting ganked bot lane by the entire enemy team. Like, even if I die, push the lane down. And then if I die, you get an entire wall down. You get a fort down. You actually come out ahead. Like, imagine you, okay, they're going in on the stun. Oh my god, what even is that? That's an Anduin. Anduin's mispositioning. You can't save yourself, buddy. You can't unstoppable yourself. Ooh, baby. Yo, orange team horribly mispositioning. They thought blue team would stay top a little bit longer, but blue team punished that gank bot lane super hard. And meanwhile, they're probably going to get this fort up top as well. And again, they have double tank. They can just stay in here all they want. They're not going to die here. Just take this fort down. Then you get top fort coming, or the Punisher coming down as well. Very likely going to win this. Level 15-13. Repeat of last game, 16-13. 3 goals up. Getting this merc camp. Orange team, meanwhile, pushing nothing on the map. Trying very hard to kill this Blaze. Don't fight the Blaze, man. Mid lane is wide open, but they don't want to get ganked again. They don't have their Anduin, even though they know the enemy team has somebody on the top lane. So this is a 5v4. Right, so just take this fort down. The enemy team cannot respond here in time. You're down at town level, doesn't matter. This is a 5v4. It's a 5v3 now. If they're paying attention mid lane, and saw that Junkrat is clearing waves out, you take this. You 100% take this. You go on Junkrat, you go on anything. Minions don't matter right now. They're trying to get up on XP. They're going to clear top lane out, and they're going to lose the game if they play like this. Orange team has already lost this game if they play like this. And technically, it's the right play. You want to catch up on XP. It's just that the reason you catch up on XP is to force a fight. Now, if you can just take free kills, you just take the free kills. So, Jaina clearing out the minion wave, but she's horribly mispositioned. She did not get punished for that. What I would have done if I was a Jaina, okay, they're going in on the spicy ultimate coming in on the Tracer. Does not work. She just had to use all her blinks in order to try to do that. Doesn't have blinks for the fight, and now she's kind of useless. Tracer's kind of useless right now. It might even end up going down here. We'll see. Oh, just barely gets out of that one. That was very close. And Tracer needs to go in on this Junkrat. Like, Junkrat can't deal with the Tracer, baby. Why even pick Tracer? See, I was wondering why they picked Tracer in the hero select. It's because they must have expected Junkrat coming in from the enemy team, and that must be why they didn't ban the Junkrat. But the Tracer's not going in on the Junkrat, so it's like it's a useless hero. What are you even doing? Now, blue team should just get out because their Punisher's going to run out of health. This is not worth it to be here. It actually gives orange team a chance to punish this super hard. If the ETC managed to get a stun out, and they're being smart, yeah, they didn't stick around for the wall. This wall is not worth it. You have 17% love. Your thing dies super fast. You're just giving Jaina stacks. Like, you don't even want to be here. Jaina's almost fully stacked. Probably not going to matter. I don't think Ice Block is going to matter that much this game because you have the Anduin coming in anyway. So they're probably going to miss coordinated and try to use Ice Block and pull at the same time. It's not going to work. Anyway, we have 2 heals and a turret coming in on blue side. Meanwhile, orange team still just waiting to lose the game. They just refuse to start a fight. They refuse to go in on anything. They refuse to take a turret down. And now what? Essentially, blue team has to just hard into the enemy team. And with the way they're playing, they're not going to. Okay, got a bunch of spicy tiles coming in. It is level 18 versus 16. You have people showing mid lane. You're not going to kill this Joanna. Not a chance. They did not know where the Stukov was. They didn't know where the Junkrat was. They didn't go in super hard on that because we have full knowledge of where everybody is. Orange team did not, so it's like you can't go in on that. The hypothetical team arc that's already winning. And nothing's happening on the map. Orange team does not have any plays to make right now because blue team is making sure to keep vision everywhere. They cannot get ganked because they know where everywhere orange team is. And meanwhile, orange team really wants to deal hero damage on this Jaina. The Stukov might even go down if they focus this right. They're not. They're just going to pull away on that. Even though Raynor was showing bot lane, trying to get a 4th down, they're not going to try to stop the push bot lane, which means they lose a 4 here. They're trading a 4 for a healing camp, which they might not even get. Blue team is being very smart. You just have to stall this out. You don't even have to win this fight, but they get it anyway. Orange team is just blind. They don't notice that Raynor is bot lane, so they refuse to take that fight. That was probably the best chance you had of getting back in this game because without Raynor, a 5v4 before the enemy team hits level 20 is probably as good as it's going to get for you. Instead, they gave up bot 4, they gave up the turret camp, they gave up everything, got nothing in return, and have no way of starting a fight that wins the game because now it's level 20 versus level 17. Blue team still has double tank, and damage does outscale tanks if you're the same level, which orange team is not. So, oh my god, this Jaina might even been dead. Oh my god. That was actually kind of nasty. The Tracer is useless this game. Honestly, Tracer should just run it down. If you're Tracer right now, in solo queue, what I would recommend is just run it down top lane. Just ignore your team because you are not getting any kills against a team like blue team. They understand how to stick together, in which case Tracer is just kind of a useless hero, as expected from Champ Select. I don't understand that pick outside of trying to counter Junkrat, which he's not doing because Junkrat... you see, they're all protecting him. They all know that Tracer wants to kill him really badly. So if you saw the formation, they had 2 people here, 2 people here, Junkrat's in the middle, a little bit of a box formation protecting the Junkrat. He's basically untouchable. He's got a perfect defense because his teammates understand our position in team fights. And so the Tracer is just useless here. Which means we get another keep down bot lane. They are still trying to push top and try to get a 4th down. It's a little bit late for that. You need to do this around like 10 minutes ago. And I don't think orange team actually has a chance to win this, which means I'm going to stop talking a little bit. My throat is getting a little bit hoarse. I'm gonna slow it down. I'm just gonna wait for the next team fight because yeah, this game's basically over. Blue team just opened up bot lane. They're getting the objective for free yet again. So there's not much more to say. This game's over. GG. It's a best of three, right? Blue team won.
I got some quick maps for you, Grubby here. What's
Uh-oh.
if you look at the top
Raynor is mispositioning a little bit. The Stukov might be able to catch the... Ooh, the silence just barely didn't come in. I was about to say. He gets a silence down. That's a dead. Tracer, you got the 5v4 yet again. And you should just dive towers right now. This is actually a 5v3. They don't know that. They can't see Raynor. They don't know where Raynor is. But they have a 5v3 and a diva. You can dive towers so easily right now. You're not going to capture this objective. You're not going to win this. It's a 5v2. Yo, it's a 5v2 and they're not taking this. They told Diva to rotate mid lane to harass Joanna for some strange reason. You had a 5v2, baby. And now you just lose the game. You gotta take the 5v2. It does not get better than that. Say you kill 3 enemy heroes, right? You take that fight. Now, if 3 enemy heroes are showing on the map, you take the 5v2. The Joanna just had Jaina use all her abilities on her. Jaina has no abilities. She just dropped everything on Joanna. Orange team is ruined, man. All Jaina has is her ultimate and her Q. Yo, you can't do anything. ETC is going down. We got the Diva ultimate coming in way late. That needs to be used before ETC dropped. Now you just gotta back off. Maybe the Tracer might be able to deal like 2 damage to Joanna, but it's like I don't think she understands her hero, man. Uses the pulse bomb on the Joanna shield. That's not gonna work. That's not what you're after. Ooh, baby, that's the Diva going down. That's the Tracer going down. Hard hit into the wall, gets stunned and killed. Meanwhile, Jaina had to defend top lane because minions were actually going to end the game there, and the entire enemy team gets wiped. So actually, if you're the Jaina, you should have let top lane drop and been there for this fight, but it also doesn't matter. Like, did blue team lose anybody this game? What is it, 10-3? Yeah, like, this game's over. It's been over for a very long time. Orange team does not seem to understand how to push a lane down, so they don't know how to start fights. Orange team did not start any fights, and that's why they lost. Again, basically perfect play coming in from blue team. So blue team looking hot. Not to say anything bad about orange team. Like these are the top level players in this game right now. It's just that the teamwork is just not there. They just don't understand what to do. Anyway, I will be back at the next one because my throat is starting to hurt.